Those who will make self-righteous got to be what? Humble. It's the metamorphosis. This is the break-in. For those who like to steal in here, now you're going to have integrity. And listen, if it don't belong to you, keep your hands what? To yourself.
Do the right thing when nobody's looking.
Come on, very good. So when we leave out of here, we become what? Beautiful butterflies. Caterpillars, metamorphosis, cocoon, butterflies. Self-defeating thoughts. Self-defeating thoughts, all right? All right? Because our mind is negative, we lose before we get started. Is that true? All right? Watch out for spiritual abortionists. Spiritual abortionists. You know who they are? They're the ones that what? Help abort your what? Your gift that God gave you. Why you want to go back to school? Why you want to start your own business?
Why you want to be a peer specialist?
Yeah, spiritual abortionist.
Why you want to be on time all the time?
There you go. Very good. And listen, we can kill the gift in us by ourselves.
Yeah, I don't need no help.
We don't need no help. That's what we got to watch who we hang with. Hey, how about right here? Letting go of expectations. Oh, this is a good one too. Oh, this thing about to heat up right here. This paper about to start sizzling. Hey, look. Expectations are just resentments waiting to happen. Let me read that again. Expectations are just resentments waiting to happen. The more we place expectations on our day, on other people, or the way we think things should work out, the more we set ourselves up for what? Disappointments. Letting go of expectations. Anybody want to take a swing at that pitch right there?
I love that saying.
Come on, let's go.
When you expect something from somebody,
yes,
99.8% you're going to get let down, because sometimes you have more faith in somebody than they have in themselves. So you want better for them, but they can't achieve it for whatever reason. But if we expect it from them, it's a hurt piece. Like it bothers you, but it's it's tough.
Expectations. They said our acceptance need to be higher than our expectations of people. Because if they say they promise to do something, they don't do it. If I have acceptance, then I will be so what? Disappointed or frustrated.
I also say like a lot of people's intentions are good, but their follow through sucks.
Very good. Prime example.
Yes.
Prime example. Prime example. When I was married, I expect dinner to be cooking.
I agree with you.
So I came through the door angry. Where the food at? I've been working 12 hours. You ain't cooked nothing? My expectations was higher than my acceptance that she didn't want to cook.
That's why she's an ex, right?
Huh?
That's why she's an ex, right?
Yeah, and she was abusive.
Oh.
Yeah, she was wise with knives. That was her.
Oh.
East Baltimore. Knives, guns, all that. She just texted me the other day talking about this is my new number. God bless you. Happy Kwanzaa. See you later. Letting go of expectations, y'all, all right? How about this right here, y'all? Letting go of resentments. Holding on to resentments is like willingly carrying around heavy weight. You are the only one who is burdened by it, and you have the choice to put it down. What did it say right here? Your ability to find acceptance with things that have been done to you, to let them go, will help you let go of some of that negative emotion that interferes with our ability to enjoy life. Letting go of resentments. Anybody want to talk about that one? Anybody got resentments? How you doing? You all right? Okay. Okay. How much time you got playing?
Like 7, almost 8 months.
Hey. Letting go of resentments. Who got them? Who got to let go? Somebody in your life, if it's you or somebody else, or high power. Come on, let's go. We're listening.
I had 2 really rotten ex-husbands that really fucked me over, and they did a lot of horrible things to me, and my anger towards them was like sick. And I did this rage group down in Florida, and we had to write a letter, and I wrote a letter to one of them, and by the time I was done the letter, they handed me this bat, and I went at it on this heavy bat with the bat, and I pulled a muscle in my stomach, and they could hear me on the next quad, like the screaming and the cursing, that's how angry I was at this man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I had seen him in the road, I would have ran him down. You know, I had a hit put out on him.
Yeah?
Yeah, and that's true.
Your first husband or your second?
My first.
Mm-hmm.
And
What'd he do to you?
I mean, he beat me our whole marriage. He slept with my sister, and then I wasn't even using yet, and he didn't want to pay child support, and I was letting him get the girls every other weekend, and I didn't realize in Delaware County, whoever has the physical child until there's an order has custody. So I dropped them off for the weekend. When I came to pick them up, I was not allowed to. And my daughters, I mean, I was all they knew. You know, that was their school, their friends, their pets. That was all they knew was mommy. He was never in their life for the longest. He's clean for 3 months, and next thing you know, he takes my kids away from me, and I had to fight and pay a lot of money to get them back. And I did, but the shit that he did to them, like he took my daughter in the garage and took her braces off with fucking with pliers, because he didn't think, because he couldn't afford to put braces on her teeth, that she didn't deserve them because he couldn't provide it. That they should live just with what he could provide, you know, but my family has money, and you know, I had braces, and they had braces put on her teeth, and he ripped those braces off my baby's teeth.
They lock his ass
in the
up?
fucking garage.
They lock his ass
No,
up?
they did not. And so, like, the anger and the rage, I told him I was going to put his brand newborn baby under the wheel of my tire and back up over and kill her. Like, that's how angry. Like, angry.
How your daughters doing now?
You would have been in jail.
My daughters are older now. My kids are all older now.
Okay.
But
How they doing though? They doing okay?
No, my daughter, the one that he ripped her braces off, she's out there.
She out there using?
One. I have two, the ones that are doing great. But my oldest daughter, you know, she followed in my footsteps, and I get the blame for that too.
She blame you for that?
No, she don't, but he does. You know, and my other daughter does, because they don't, you know. And he was an addict, and he and he has the nerve to say that she's shooting dope out and getting in because of me. Of course, I've caused her pain and trauma, but I'm not owning that. No, I was a great mother.
What's her name?
Jessica,
And keep her in prayer.
please.
Keep her in prayer. How old is she?
She's 30 now.
Okay. She got kids?
2.
Okay. Where the grandbabies
And I'm
at?
fighting with him now.
Where the grandbabies at?
With him.
With the same one?
He did the same thing.
Yeah.
With the grandbabies?
Yeah, he did the same thing.
Where you from?
Delaware County.
He from Delaware County?
Yeah. Like, I want to have him taken out.
We're at in Zelko.
Clifton Heights.
My sister lived there.
And his father, you know, golfed with the judges and shit, was friends with the cops. So every time he beat my ass, he never spent no time in jail. That motherfucker. And I'm working on my resentment.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that. We're gonna keep Jessica in prayer. And that guy, for real, Lord have mercy, he got a lot going on with him that he's not talking about. That's where he goes back.
Yeah, he never made no amends.
Yeah.
You know, he's got 20 years clean. Well, where's my amends? Oh, well, I don't remember. I was in a blackout, so it doesn't count.
And what he say?
He said it didn't count. He didn't need to make amends because he didn't remember.
How was he raised?
He was raised nice, 2 parents.
How you get crazy?
Still drugs.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. That remind me of what's that guy named Jeffrey Dahmer? When he was a little boy, he used to cut animals' heads off. And he used to have a museum of decapitated animals.
He put my dog in a hefty bag and beat it with a
No, I
bat.
don't really want to stop.
Yeah, cause
Yeah, we don't
alright,
want
okay, alright.
Sorry,
We're gonna kill
Oh my
it.
God.
Yeah, cause I got dogs too. Yeah, I got, yeah, for real. And he'll end up missing. Yeah. He'll end up missing. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep moving. Thanks for sharing that, sis. Resentments, alright? That's a lot right there. I understand. How about this right here? Focus on solutions rather than the problem. Oftentimes we are consumed with particular problems that we never bother to start thinking about possible solutions. Or we get tunnel vision, thinking only about one possible solution. It's always a good idea, she read about that, ideas, to talk with your sober support network about what you are dealing with so you can get a variety of opinions and advice. Anybody focus too much on the problem and not the solutions? Anybody?
I used
Focus
to
on
be guilty of that. I live my life emotionally, so I never would look at the logical side.
Yeah.
But I'm learning now to look more logically than emotionally, and you find a better inner peace when you do it that way. Yeah, so definitely. But I used to think like of a problem and it would just fester over and over and over without even looking forward to think of any solution at the time. It usually cause all kinds of chaos and make the problem worse before
Exactly.
I see to get it better.
Very good. Anybody hear that?
Sometimes the chaos will
Thank you for sharing that, sis. Right? Keep the mind focused on the problem solver, not the problems. All right? How about principles over personalities? You know what you just talking about. This is the next one. I told you this is good. We often focus on how we feel about a person negatively at the expense of hearing what they are saying. Don't allow your personal feelings to prevent you from hearing something that might benefit you, us. So often someone says something we may not agree with, and automatically we shut down and discount everything they say from them on. Or we don't like someone and therefore disregard everything that comes out of their mouth. Be willing to listen to the message and disregard who is sending it. Principles over personalities. Anybody want to speak on that? Principles over personalities. Like, deal with the facts, not your feelings.
Like the message instead of the messenger. It's kind of like the same thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Principles over personality. Like people like these elected officials. The more money you got, they want to vote for them. Yeah, right. But they be the most wicked, evil, backwards ass candidates who got money. All right. But the broke one who got no money and no publicity, no commercials is the one we really need. Is the one we really need right there. Listen, let's go to another one. Hey, let me say this. Learn to be still. Often addicts and alcoholics are easily bored. Boredom never killed anyone. Drugs and alcohol, not so much. The ability to do nothing and be okay with it is a very valuable tool. The next time we are feeling anxious and feel like we need to be doing something but aren't sure what to do, try to be still and do nothing. Even if it's just for a few minutes, the more we do this, the more we will start to build patience. Learn to be still. Who understand that who ran every day? Every day we ran, getting high, right? And now we sit still, we feel like we what? Bored. We're not bored, we at what? Peace. So I had to stop confusing boredom with peace. Anybody hear that? Know when to just sit still and don't do nothing and just meditate.
I was just going to say that. My dad, if you're a boring person, dude, I don't have enough time in the day. How do you get bored? Like, I almost
I'm never bored. I'm
good
coloring.
always.
I got puzzles I can do. I
Right.
got my phone. There's so much stuff.
reading, I could nap, I could watch TV, you know.
Exactly.
I'm
Work on
never
yourself.
bored.
That makes sense.
But I think our boredom is sometimes, because we're so used to chaos.
Yes.
100 miles and running, thinking about this problem, doing that problem,
That's
also
hard to
getting
be
here,
still.
going there. And now it's like,
Now what?
Yeah, it's peaceful.
Yes.
And you find your joy in it. But it's still tough.
But then there are the people that's why they cause drama.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to sit there and
And
not
be still.
have it. And
Yes.
So they start causing drama and they feed off of it.
Very good, y'all.
And then they get their attention because they're getting high and
Yeah,
they're
wrong
focused
kind
on
of
that and
attention.
getting the wrong kind of attention. But as dummies, we do that sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody in the movie Girl Interrupted?
So I love that movie. I love that movie.
I was-
Eddie Murphy, Angelina Jolie.
Yes. I was trying to order that yesterday, but I had to pay for it on Comcast. Damn. Where are free movies at? I said Gia. I had to pay for Gia too, right? But anyway, Snake Pit, another one, right?
Gia, her name's in the bed jet, at Eagleville. Her name's called Gia Marie Carangi.
Yes, a model. She was a model, right?
Yes.
She died of AIDS.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I paid my bill today. I'm gonna watch that. But look, check it out. But girl interrupted. She was all over the place in everybody's business. But for her to sit still, it was hard for her. And I remember in the basement she was saying, listen, you don't care because you dead inside. And that was deep and it hurt her. Because you are dead inside, you can't feel. You don't have no hope. You don't have no faith. So it's easy for you to degrade and belittle everybody because you're dead inside. The girl who hung herself in the bathroom and she robbed her.
Oh. Yeah.
And looked at her like,
She said, call her nurse.
yes, right. Real cold. Real cold. And the one who was dead, man, was trying to get her life together. That was a good movie right there. Girl interrupted. All right, learn to be still. Like you said, when we're not used to being what? Quiet. We cause chaos and cause friction. How about this right here, y'all? Prayer and meditation. Even if you don't believe in your high power, you can still practice meditation. Both of these can be a source of strength and a means to ease stress. Anybody stressed out? Anybody got stressors in your life?
Nope.
Anybody know what I'm talking about? Stressors. Kids can be a stressors. Bills can be a stressors. Staff can be stressors. Your roommate can be stressors. You can be a stressor. I can be a
I got a
stressor.
stressor, but I don't let it, I don't let them control me anymore.
Say it again?
I don't let the stressors control me.
Very good.
I don't let the stressors stress me out.
Very good. How do we de-stress when we get stressed?
All the time.
Journal.
Journal. Very good. What you say?
That was good. I like that.
Oh, okay. All right.
I laugh at everything. Sometimes it makes people a little bit more mad. But
It helps.
I can't help it.
Because laughter is not on the paper, but that's a part of recovery too.
Why are you so mad? Like, I don't get it. Like, anytime little things are flipping out, blowing up, and I'll just start to
It's
laugh.
like, even when we used to get high, there are people that can get high and be miserable.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't get it. I spend too much money on drugs to be miserable.
Uh-huh.
I
Prayer and
understand.
meditation, real important. To keep the peace, y'all. Internal peace. 2 attacks when we wake up in the morning. The first attack is what? Internal. Second attack is what? External. Everybody gets that? It's you against you. First. And if you don't beat you, you don't have to worry about the outside. You already lost. Same thing with me. Everybody hear that?
Yes.
Alright. That old woman got to what? Be crucified. So the new woman could what? Resurrect. Easy said and done because that old woman's not gonna go down without a what?
Fight.
She's gonna be fighting like hell, right? Yeah. Go and fight like how about this right? Stop overreacting. 5 minutes, y'all, we done. We often give things that trouble us way too much emotional worth or value. I will ask someone on a scale from 1 to 100, how important is it? Example, someone is talking trash on me, or someone moved my stuff and took my seat. I hear answers ranging from 50 on up. This has a value of about 10 or less. Put things in a proper perspective. There are people in the world dying of cancer or parents who have had young children die. Everybody hear that? Stop overreacting. Anybody want to take a swing at that right there? Anybody react over a situation because you put too much feelings in it. And you wind up making amends and paying for it later. I've been there before. Stop overreacting.
Yeah.
All right? Stop overreacting. All right? Okay. I used to always judge people. I was bad at that right there. You know what I'm saying? I used to have the nerve to talk about, yo, why you messing with that girl? You doing? She got 30 days clean, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no joke. Let her recover and all that. Here I am. I'm 4 months. I'm justified. I used to go to the deli and get this girl drunk to have sex.
Oh, shit.
And who's better? The one who's clean, who probably be practicing principles, right? And giving a person, a live addict, more poison. I'm more sicker than she was.
Yeah.
Oh, so you get no glory for that. That's not real. Then tell your penis to shut up. Gotta talk to our sexual organs. And Miss Marcia.
Sorry, ladies.
Hey, how about this right here, y'all? Draw a line down the middle. I like this one. Draw a line down the middle. Every thought, attitude, action, or reaction you will ever have falls on one side of the line or the other. One side is recovery, the other side is relapse. Everybody hear that? Real simple. One side is God's will. The other side is the addict's will. One side is right, the other side is wrong. One side is caring, the other side is loving. The other is selfish and unkind. As addicts, we like to use situational ethics in gray areas when it comes to our recovery. The more time you can spend on the right side of that line, the better your chance of staying sober and being content. Anybody? Draw the line down the middle. Anybody know what I'm talking about? What side are we living on?
I'm on the recovery side.
Very good. Very good. Very good. All right. Very good. How about mind your business? That's on here. That's on here. Hey, we often get caught up in what is going on with others or sucked into other problems and drama. This is a way for us to avoid taking a good, hard, honest look at who? Ourselves. The ability to avoid getting involved with things that don't concern us is huge. As addicts and alcoholics, we are used to drama to some degree and therefore comfortable with it. Stop worrying about what happened to so and so, or who said what about whom. Worry about you. They should put that in bold letters. This will be especially helpful for us caretakers and those who have control issues. Anybody got control issues? Nobody? I hand up. A little bit. What don't go your way? What happened? You working on that? Yeah. Very good. Very good. I love people who speak up. Yeah, that's right. Tell on us. If you're busy-minded, minding someone else's business, who's minding yours? Anybody want to speak on that one? Busybody. Hey, listen, I remember I used to drive CCT Connect, and I used to gossip. Man, gossip. And I broke my... Who know about black ice? Yeah. Black ice.
Yeah, dangerous, yeah.
Real dangerous. You don't see it, but you feel it. And when I came out and I stepped on at 5 o'clock in the morning, I had to be to go pick my truck up by like 7 o'clock. Had to leave up by 5. I stepped on the black ice and my body was like this. And when I was up in the air this way, I had to come down like this to brace myself. And when I came back, I broke my wrist. And I still had to have wheelchairs that same day, working with a broke wrist. And they put me on light duty. And I was in the back there listening. And people said, yo, he's sleeping with the manager. Couldn't wait to come to work the next day. And I had to say, yo, Dirk, you gossiping just like the stories and all of that. You know better. So I had to really catch me right there. And that's easy to mind somebody else's business, right? When you think your life is boring and you always try to get some juicy stuff. Because some people here got mouths like Fox News and CNN News. They love gossip and they like writing blogs.
And the information's incorrect.
Right. And most importantly, on incorrect information. They become reckless journalists. Everybody good? Listen. Yeah. This was about coping skills, right? Oh, last one, I promise, right here, y'all. Positive self-affirmation, this is important. It's a way of encouraging ourselves that we are capable of great things. Anybody hear that? This is very important. A lot of that is right there here. All right, that's the month of November, but look, just read it. We in December, but you keep reading
You
it.
can take them with you. You can take them over there.
Yeah, I took a couple.
I don't get them away. I'll just put them back up and I'm going to change them.
Yeah, not a little positive self-affirmation, real important,
they're
y'all.
coming down for January. So.
Very good. Because when you look in that mirror, what do you see when you look in that mirror? A queen or a dauphine?
Queen.
Very good. Enough said. That's right. 'Cause all of us are kings and queens. Everybody hear that? All right. Don't let you tell you nothing different. Especially outsiders. Now listen, anybody want a copy? I get it, Miss Marcia.
Yeah,
all right, listen. Drugs is like a gun. Reservations are those bullets, and self-will always pulls that trigger called a relapse. Who woke us up?
God.
Grant us serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. God's will, not ours, be done. Amen. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Love y'all. See y'all next week, okay?
Honey, what you buying?
All right,
Where's
y'all.
my toys?
Ladies, 8:30.